working about reading nonfiction text, and we've been talking about how when you start reading nonfiction text, it's easier to make predictions if you are aware of the structure. So we've talked about expository, and the main purpose for expository text is to give facts. Narrative gives facts, but they're given in story form. And the last part we're going to talk about today is functional nonfiction. Okay? The definition of functional nonfiction is functional text is used for everyday information. It's called functional because it helps you function in your day-to-day life. Functional nonfiction text. There are 4 kinds of functional. The first one is follow directions. We've talked about different kinds of functional text the other day. Following directions, roadmaps, recipes, bus schedules, manuals, that's like when you get your new bike, how to put it together, hobby and craft instructions, game directions, when you get a new game. You have to read the directions to figure out how to play it. Building and street signs, first aid instructions, all of those are following directions. That's something that we use in our everyday life. Gain information. If we are using functional text to gain information, we might be reading something like a menu, movie ads, sports information, temperature charts, looking at the weather, TV schedule. Do you have to be able to read a TV schedule to find the TV show that you want to watch? School schedule, wand ads or classifieds. Food labels, we talked about those the other day and how important those are. Store flyers or sales ads. Okay? Newspapers. All of those things are functional text where we gain information. The next kind is fill out forms. As an adult, you will be filling out lots of forms in your life. Could you quickly get in here and sit down, please? Even as students, you fill out forms. Club memberships, if you want to join Costco or Sam's Club, you have to fill out a form. Subscriptions, when you want to get magazine subscriptions. Resume or job applications. When you get ready to get a job, you have to fill out a form called a job application. Okay, school forms. When your parents registered you for school, there was lots of forms they had to fill out. All of those are functional nonfiction. When you get ready to open a bank account, you have to fill out forms. Contests. Now, a lot of you have been in Young Authors before, and you had to fill out a form to join Young Authors. So there's lots of forms. Library card applications, your book order forms. All of those are functional text. And the last one is references. References that we use can include dictionary, thesaurus, glossary, index, phone book, yellow pages, city services, table of contents. All of those are references. And I also often think of a map as a reference, not just information. I think of a map as a reference also. So there's lots and lots of different functional text. And the other day when I talked to you guys about functional text, I told you that that's the text that you're going to use the very most in your life, because you have to use it almost every day. Okay? So, when you're reading functional text, remember it can be something to help you follow directions, gain information, when you're filling out forms, or references that you may use. Turn and talk about one kind of functional text that you have used before. Think about some of the ones I just mentioned. If you can think of one that you've used, share it with your partner.
my name on each one.
Okay, back to me. Juan, can you tell me one that you talked about that you've used before?
When you get a video game, you gotta follow the instructions that they give you, and there's manuals that they include.
So all of you video game players, you use functional text when you're figuring out how to play your video game. Did anyone do gain information? Does anyone use any of those kinds? What did you use, Devon?
Science book?
Okay, you're thinking of expository for that. To gain information, it's menus, schedules, food labels, the newspaper, okay? And you can look in the want ads if you're looking for a job, or if you're looking for puppy. If you want a new puppy, you look in the want ads.
I own a Doberman picture.
Okay.
But my friend died.
Has anyone had to fill out forms before? Jason, what form did you have?
I had to get my passport to go to Canada.
Okay, he had to fill out a form, you're right.
I had to fill out a form to get into after school.
Okay, you do have to fill out forms for after school, so you guys fill out forms all the time. What about references? Do any of you use references? Better see everybody do this. Dictionary. Index. Table of contents. Glossary. Yeah, we use those all the time in school, don't we? Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So now you have an idea of what functional text is.
Me and my family use phone books to call places.
Okay? So today as you're reading, I want you thinking of which kind of text you're reading, and let's take some more notes so we can share with our partner something that we learned. Okay? Off you go.